then actually the thing that stopped me from doing that is this whole underground Twitter porn that I got. I'm tell you about this. Where can I find it? It's 140 characters.
Links, Howard, links.
It really is fascinating. Anyway, so I stopped following those people, but so they got to speak English. They can't be in the porn network. And the third thing is that the ratio of followers to following. I'll follow anybody who follows me, as long as those three things are somewhat in line. There is an unofficial board, and that is that if it's just straight PR looking at their tweets, if it's just straight links and laughs, I don't follow them. I mean, other than that, anybody who follows me is interesting enough to me that I'll follow that.
I did want to address a couple other things that people mentioned. One was, having multiple accounts, and I do that because, I'm an SEO and I follow a lot of SEOs, but I'm also an internet marketer, and I know that I don't want to talk to the internet marketing crowd about, bits and bytes and vice versa. And I use Twirl, and Twirl for me is beautiful because you get two different windows. Okay, Twirl does one account. Yeah, Twirl is a desktop application. It's a free download, and it works functionally for me. And then the other thing is that I also set up alerts to go to an IM. And I got a Jabber. I use Trillion for IM, and I got a Jabber account to track that, so that whenever I see anything about the town I live in, whenever I see anything about some keywords that I'm very interested in, it comes through as an instant message from Twitter, which is a very good way to track your brand. Track things that you're interested in. So all my clients, brand names I track that way, all that stuff, and that's very effective. And that is quicker than like Twirl, because Twirl updates every 4 or 5 minutes, whereas the instant message comes through instantly. You can reply to somebody immediately.
Like it sounds like the people packing up their laptop days and stuff like that, the sessions can be over in a couple of minutes. So final thoughts, final questions from people who are trying to learn something during the session. Okay.
Loretta, you did a great job.
Thanks, man.
Yay, Howard. Wait.
I'm very cool. Right? You know what I suggest? Get an account, start following some of the people you saw in the room, and charge you to respond to them. Maybe they'll ask a question, and maybe you have the answer.
And you can even follow people without having an account. My mom and one of my childhood friends just go to my page sometimes. If they are using, I don't know if you're familiar with an RSS reader, but if you're already using one, you can subscribe to a mix of people, to one person, coast for a while and read. And you can also do it in a private group. What Twitter really does, oddly enough, is recreate a very natural human state of building relationships, and that is the incidental random contact. So the stupid stuff like, why do I need to know Howard had pancakes? I don't, but how funny it is if I see Howard that afternoon and I also had pancakes and I just happened to see it. Then I can be like, oh, Howard, how are your pancakes? You're an Aunt Jemima person. I don't eat real maple syrup. It's something goofy to talk about. And the presence that Aaron was talking about, I liken it to a village for me. And it's like, I know I'm going to randomly bump into people. I may not bump into them for 6 months because I may not notice their tweets. Right, and so you can protect your updates. You can have nobody able to see your Twitter without your permission.
Dr. Gator's on Twitter.
Gator.
I had a quick question. We talked a lot about all these different things, like having multiple accounts, doing things like etiquette for following versus followers, and all this crazy stuff. I was just wondering if anybody else was thinking, if the civilians, as you say, saw this conversation,
What would they say?
what would they do? What would
They
they
think
do?
you're pretty crazy person sometimes. They're like my wife.
But what would people have thought of email before they knew what the heck email was? I mean, remember your mom or your grandma or your dad's first reaction to, why would I want to do that?
Email is writing a letter.
Let's let it go somewhere else. We can all.
Yeah, I'm staying here.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you.